the month of June gacha revenue has already been published by the censorship towers, and they has been doing it each and every month. On the first day, they are always release the previous month of a gacha revenue chart. And another important thing is that when this gacha revenue chart release, it always brings back so many kind of like a controversy in between the gacha communities, because in the time around certain communities say that to other communities, especially their rivalries, we are actually doing good, your game is going to be US since your game is not even making that much of a money. The another important thing is that this gacha revenue is totally going to be based on the mobiles version, not only the PC client, because this is 2026. So many gacha games have their PC client version, and PC client version revenue and also mobile revenue are going to be different. But the revenue that already you can even see here, it is always going to be the number that you can even get access from the Play Store and also App Store. But when it comes to the PC version, it is totally going to be the developers case. Are they really wanted to let normal consumer just like us to know that how much of a money they are actually making? We do have some of this like a news from some other gacha games, such as the Snowbay Contaminant Zero, which is currently going in a infinite longer hiatus. We don't know when this game is going to be the open up again, but they already exposed to the players, especially there are players who actually play their game, say that we are actually making money. So if you are seeing that Snowbay Contaminant Zero is not even top 50 or not even 100 and not even making a good amount of money for the mobile version, they are already said and also confirmed to their player base that they are actually making good amount of money for the PC versions. And another point is that the number that you are going to also see in here, it is going to be the rough estimation. All they take is some of this like a number from the App Store and also Play Store, combine by it and also multiply with a constant value and give us a rough estimation that what kind of money they made for the each particular month and also how it is actually increased from the previous month. Okay, I just give you some of this like a vague information which does not even concern you at all. Anyway, let's start the videos. The first one is going to be the Isekai Slow Life. Of course, I don't even have any idea, but since it is, I guess, a new game, it is actually doing good from the previous month, which is a good amount of increase from 1.7 million to 2.8 million. Okay. Number 48 is going to be the Persona 5 Phantom X. Damn man, they also increased from the previous month. It's a good chunk of it, especially for the previous one it's 2.675 million, but in this like a June month they already increased to up to like a 2.9 million, which is also a very much of a high increase just because of they are collaborating with the Hatsune Miku. You already know that if you are from the millennial guy who really watched the anime from 2005 or 2006, Hatsune Miku was kind of like a great phenomenon in that time, especially the amount of like a voice that you are going to see, which is the AI voice. Anyway, beside they already have their kind of like an anniversary going on where they release some of this like a Persona 3 characters, which is the most powerful character. I totally forget his name. That is the another reason the revenue is actually getting increased by from their previous month. For the next game, which is going to be the 46 Girls Frontline 2, or you can say the JFL to Exilem, damn man, they have increased way too much from the previous one. It's actually a 1 million increase. Oh man, most of the people, especially the sticks and also some other YouTubers already said to that the gacha skin are totally ruin the games, and so they totally quit it and make it this game as a predatory. Since gacha skin does not even give a certain character a huge amount of boost, so I guess it does not even give you a predatory system just like any other things. So it totally makes your sense that should even pull for that gacha skin or not. It gives you options, but when the certain character really much of a dedicate to a certain endgame mode, then your game might be going to be a predatory system. But since JFL2 doesn't even provide you that, I guess the YouTubers who actually exaggerated things by it saying that this is a predatory pick because the skin are gacha, it is totally invalid that they are trying to prove in that time. Okay, let's move on to our next game, which is going to be the Epic 7. Of course, they just increased from the 20% from the previous month. Oh my god, I have no idea what they are actually doing it, but Epic 7 is one of those games who does have the high action types of anime cutscene, and it is actually high quality product. Okay, for our next game, which is going to be the JJK Phantom Parade. Oh my god man, I guess this is another anime IP. When the enemy hype is going to die, especially when the enemy is especially going to end their story, I guess the game is also going to be the die as well. As if I just give a closest example, My Hero Academia Ultra Impact is also one of those cases. Especially My Hero Academia Ultra Impact was top tier game until 2021 when it was a global release, but after some time later it didn't even make some of those like $1 million. It would be a dream for them, but it somehow makes a good amount of money, especially the anime was running. But when the anime ended with the season 7, I guess the game was also shut down at the same time. That's the fate of a popular anime gacha game. So if you really want to invest on it, I would not even suggest you to do that in the first place. For our next game, which is a Reverse 99, I have no idea what is actually going on there, so let's not even talk about it. For the 42 number list, which is going to be the One Piece, another IP, let's not even talk about it. So let's move on to our next game, which is going to be the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Oh my god, they just decreased from their almost like 50% from their previous month. Even they collab with the Gacha Kuta. Man, when some just like a popular IP are collaborating with certain another popular IP games, it should be increase a huge amount of kind of like a money. But since the Gacha Yakuta is kind of like a niche audience, I guess it doesn't even bring money what the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross thought it would be. Since they also collab with the solo leveling, in that time they also increased kind of like a 12 million or 13 million from the previous month. Damn, but Gacha Yakuta is not even the thing, or you can say the not even a very much a popular thing in a shonen genre. Okay, let's move on to our next character, which is going to be the Trickle Revive. Oh my god, they also increased from like a 20% from the previous month. What is actually happening there? If you already know, you can even let me know in the comment section. For our next game, which is going to be the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Man, all I wanted to say is that don't totally indulge by the number that you are already seeing here, which is almost like a 20% decrease from the previous month. This is Dragon Ball Z, which is called as a king of shonen, or you can say the godfather of a shonen. So this is anime IP already ended 40 or 45 years ago. Even to this day, the anime IP is very much a popular franchise. The merchant are also selling like a hotcakes. Games are also selling like a hotcakes. Even you can see 1,000 version of a Goku, 1,000 version of a Dragon Ball Z game by the Bandai Namco. So they are also going to be the good one. Especially if you're seeing that the lowest number, if they release some of the Goku different version, you can even see 45 or 50 million. Even to this day, almost like a 12 years old game. Okay, let's move on to our next game, which is going to be the Chaos Zero Nightmare, also from the Epic 7's company's game, and this game is also doing good. It is actually very much of a relief to see that, because I really play this game regularly, but I am not even uploading this game on my channel, because my channel is mostly based on the HSR and also Wutheriness. If I just somehow really try to upload it, I guess it totally going to be change my audience and also somewhat change the algorithm at the same time. Okay, and another important thing is that nothing has been going on in a Chaos Zero Nightmare, which should increase a very much of a huge from the previous month. But the thing that already released, which is sounds like a fire character, good amount of things, design are also good, people are actually hyping out as well. As for our next game, which is going to be the Blue Archive, damn chibi game, even to this day they are still going strong. And another important part is that they are also ran their festive banner in their like a month of June, where some of those like all festive character you could totally get from it, especially 4 banner running at the same time, which is also considered as the most powerful character that you could ever have into that game. Most of the people also start this game again, or you can say the reroll again. Most of the new player also come again, because festive banner are one of the best banner where you can even have a 6% chance to get a 5-star character. That's why I guess they just increased from like a 20% from their previous month. Argnus Enfield, oh my god, I thought that this game might even die, because as you can see that from their previous month they were generating like a $4 million, but in this current month it is almost like a 50% or like a 30% increase. But I would not even say that it is actually a good increase, because since it is a AAA games and also somewhat as a good contender with the Genshin Impact, also Wutheriness level, open world, not even open world, semi-open world, the number of amount of money that they are actually making, it is not even that much of a good one. Okay, Uma Musume Pretty Derby, oh my god, I guess nothing has been important has been going on the game side. I guess that's the reason the game totally lost from like a 30% from the previous month. And let's talk about the Xenogears Zero. Damn man, it is not even also going to be that much of an increase from the previous month, not even hitting the double digit. They are also in their single digit, which is the 9 million. Man, GGG is one of the like a best game from the Hoyoverse, but the treatment they are actually providing to the player base is also good. But when it comes to the power creep and also other issue, man, this game is totally taking the Genshin Impact path, even very much quicker than the Genshin Impact, because Genshin Impact took that path from the after 2 years later when they released the Nutland patch. But Xenogears Zero not even taking the 2 year, they just totally increase it from their first year anniversary. Okay, let's move on to our next game, which is going to be the Nike the Goddess of Victory. Oh my god, Nike the Goddess of Victory decreased so much from the previous one. Of course, man, the character that they actually release in their time around, it is kind of like a Power Ninja type of character who are going to be added into the standard banner when their debut banner is going to be the end, and they are actually waiting for the summer character, which they also actually announce it, and it is also going to be happen like a tomorrow. By the time this video is released, I guess you might even also have that character in that game, and people are actually waiting for it. In the summer character, they are limited, they are always going to be rerun in every year when the summer event also going to be happen. and that's the reason I guess the revenue is lower from the previous month. Okay, number 12, Puzzle Dragon Zero, no idea. Arc Knights, damn man, it is also decreased from the previous month, 30 million to 13 million. Oh my god. Of course, nothing has been going on there, so it is totally valid that the revenue is going to be lower down from the previous month. Neverness to Averness, oh my god, it is also lose so much from the previous one, 23 to 13 million. Oh my god. I guess the character doesn't even give the enough fan service toward the player base, so that's why the player cannot even go and the revenue are going to be lower than ever. Pokemon TCG, I hope that this game is totally US very soon. Oh, Fate Grand Order, nothing has been changed that much from the previous month. What can I say, man? Dragon Ball Z Legends, oh my god, I guess they have been having their 8th or 9th anniversary, correct me if I'm being wrong. Oh man, I guess the character was not even that much of a popular. I guess that's the reason the increase kind of like a very low 13 to 15 millions. But if that character was so much OP, I guess you could even see like a 30 or 35 millions. Monster Strike, no idea. Naruto Mobile, oh my god. What can I say, man? They should release it for the global version as soon as possible. Number 4 list is going to be the Honkai Star Rail, 38 to 28 million. Oh my god, why was it actually happening? Blade was considered is one of those like a top tier character, but even being a top tier, I guess that's a totally nature that male character are going to be sell lower than the female characters. It is what it is, man. The next month is also going to be the perfect month because currently running in the Siren and also Feynon, and those two characters powerful as well as, and also have the huge amount of fan base. Number 3 list is the Genshin Impact, which is a 41 to 32 million, being a normal patch, and also nothing has been important going on. Especially the next patch is going to be the Snesna, which is very much of a hype anticipated region from the Genshin Impact community. I guess they are actually waiting for the Syndrome and also some of this like a Archon. That's the reason why the revenue is kind of like a lower from the previous one, but it is actually a stable income that they have been doing it for a long time, especially since the day this game was launched. But another important thing is that I haven't even seen the Wuthering is there. Oh my god, oh my god. Damn, is that means Wuthering is beating the Genshin Impact finally? Oh, what? Damn, man, damn. The collab is finally successful. Cyberpunk collab is finally successful. They just totally beat the Genshin Impact by the 2 million difference. Man, I'm not saying that it is actually huge amount of difference. Most of the time Genshin Impact always have the higher amount of margin, but Wuthering is increasing, like Wuthering is take the first position before the Genshin Impact. Oh my god, this will be the war that will be happening in the Gacha community. Now the people who are actually defending the Wuthering are also saying the Gacha censorship towards this Gacha revenue chart is a fault one. They are totally altering the number and also saying the Genshin Impact is better than the Wuthering is. Now what they are going to say? They always say that this Gacha revenue doesn't even have any kind of like credibility. What they are going to say, man? Now they are going to say, man, this is the first time they have been doing this right. Man, Wuthering Waves finally defeat the Genshin Impact. Yes, I know that. In terms of quality of life, in terms of gameplay, of course, Wuthering Waves is better. But in terms of history and also in their depth, it is kind of like a questionable. Man, I guess the Tense, who is also from the Valorant and also have the global impact in other gaming platforms, that guy also bring back so many players into the Wuthering Waves as well as. We already know that Tense has also playing this game just because of the Cyberpunk collab, and also so many people are also playing this game just by watching him. Man, that one was actually spicy one. And Cyberpunk collab, most of the people are calling it one of the best collab, especially the story conclusion that they actually given there, which is kind of like a giving back, or you can say the reviving back the David was not even alive in a Wuthering Waves, but they somehow give him a final composure to make it final as a good of a final touch. Man, that's the reason people are actually so much emotionally attached to that part. What can I say, man? Okay, number 1 is going to be the Love and DP space. Gay game, always going to be the female things. No idea what they are actually doing there. Anyway, I guess that's all for it. But one of the most important or very much of a fascinating aspect that the Wuthering Waves is actually beating the Genshin Impact. Yes, the most of the allegation the Wuthering Waves community always giving to this kind of like a Gacha revenue chart is that this revenue chart is always based on the mobile one, and Wuthering Waves is not even a mobile game when it comes to, yes, it is a mobile Android game, but when it comes to playing it on a mobile, it does not even run properly, especially on an iPhone. It is also a struggle to run properly. So as a mobile game beating the Genshin Impact, which is also perfectly balanced for the mobile version, damn man, they just totally take the throne. What can I say, man? I hope that you already like it. If you like it, leave a like. If you do have an opinion regarding this Gacha revenue chart, you can totally let me know in the comment section. So see you on the next video. Peace.